It started when I was really young. I kind of was left to my own devices at a young age when my parents divorced. I was really kind of alone. I was always on my own. And it started when I was in middle school. I had a friend whose family owned a liquor store, and I started buying liquor from him at lunchtime in middle school, and I just started drinking it till it just progressively got worse. I knew I needed to get away from Pueblo, and that's when I decided to take this opportunity to come up here to Stout Street.
Stout Street Foundation is a long-term residential rehabilitation program for those who are addicted to alcohol and drugs, and it works on changing long-term behaviors with folks who really have struggled with drug and alcohol use for a long time. We provide a lot of structure for our residents over a 2-year period, and we help them regain life skills and rebuild relationships in a safe environment. COVID has been hard for us, like it's been hard for everyone. For our residents, they were in such a rhythm. That's one of the things about this 18 months of living here, is you get in this rhythm and this structure, and then everything closed down.
When it first came about, we had to shut down, which for about a month, which means we weren't able to get the people in. Bringing in new people to the program kind of gives the older residents of the program like a purpose, like they guide them along their way. And without them being able to do that and see where they were at one point, it's hard to focus on like where you were and where you are now.
We know that overdoses are increasing. People are really challenged with COVID. There's a lot of depression. People who've never experienced depression before are feeling depression and they don't know how to handle it, and so they're self-medicating. We know our board has a bunch of counselors and therapists on it, and they've said that when we've hit 3 months in this and now we're at 6, you're gonna start to see more people who are in need of services. You're gonna see more people who are overdosing, and we are seeing that. We have seen some of our graduates relapse because it is really hard to cope with this, and it's real easy to go back to your previous coping mechanisms. I think mental health as a whole is being discussed a little more openly in light of what's happened with COVID, and I hope that conversation continues more into addiction, substance use, and that side of the coin. And I'm hoping that people are a little more aware now of what their family members, what their friends are doing to cope with things and how they self-medicate. That's our goal, is really to show that folks who have been through the ringer, so many of our folks have felony convictions, and yet they are the most sincere and amazing folks who just made poor choices when they were not in a good state of mind. And to accept them as human beings and as whole human beings is what we want to do more of, and I hope that people will start to look at that person, it's not I'm so sorry you're going to recovery, it's I'm proud of you that you are going into rehab and recovery.
To this day right now, I've never had it better in my life than I do right now, and it's thanks to Stout Street. I cannot even imagine 2 years ago being here right now doing this and having the life that I have right now is amazing.